ലോകജാലകത്തിലൂടെ നമ്മുടെ ജീവിത പങ്കാളിയെ കണ്ടെത്താൻ
വേൾഡ് മാട്രിമോണി.
4.2 Mission and Vision in the POLC Framework. Learning Objectives. 1. Understand the role of mission and vision in the organizing. 2. Understand the role of mission and vision in leading. 3. Understand the role mission and vision in the controlling. Mission and vision play such a prominent role in the planning facet of the POLC framework. However, you are probably not surprised to learn that their role does not stop there. Beyond the relationship between mission and vision, strategy, and goals and objectives, you should expect to see mission and vision being related to the organizing, leading, and controlling aspect as well. Let's look at these three areas in turn. Mission, vision, and organizing. Organizing is the function of management that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources to ensure the accomplishment of objectives. The organizing facet of the POLC framework typically includes subjects such as organization, design, staffing, and organizational culture. With regard to organizing, it is useful to think about alignment between the mission and vision and various organizing activities. For instance, organizational design is a formal, guided process for integrating the people, information, and technology of an organization. It is used to match the form of the organizations as closely as possible to the purpose the organization seeks to achieve. Through the design process, organizations act to improve the probability that the collective efforts of members will be successful. Organizations' design should reflect and support the strategy in that sense. Organizational design is a set of decision guidelines by which members will choose appropriate action. Appropriate in terms of their support for the strategy, as you learned in the previous section. The strategy is derived from the mission and vision statement and from the organization basics values. Strategy unifies the intent of the organization and focuses members toward action design to accomplish design outcomes. The strategy encourages action that support the purpose and discourage those that do not. To organize, you must connect people with each other in meaningful and purposeful ways. Further, you must connect people, human resources, with the information and technology necessary for them to be successful. Organization structure defines the formal relationship among people and specify both their roles and their responsibilities. Administrative system govern the organization through guidelines, procedure, and policies. Information and technology define the process as through which members and achieve outcomes. Each element must support each of the others, and together they must support the organization's purpose as reflected in each mission and vision. For example, in 2006, Disney acquired Pixar. A firm is renowned for its creative prowess in animated entertainment. Disney summarizes the Pixar strategy like this: Pixar's strategy is to combine proprietary technology and world-class creative talent to develop computer animated features films with memorable character and heartwarming story that appeal to audiences of all ages. Disney has helped Pixar achieve this strategy through an important combination of structure design choices. First, Pixar is an independent division of Disney and is empowered to make independent choices in all aspects of idea development. Second, Pixar gives its creativity, artist, writer, and design create leeway over decision making. Third, Pixar protect its creative ability to share work in progress up and down the hierarchy with the aim of getting it ever better. Finally, after each project, teams conduct post-mortem to catalog what went right and what went wrong. This way, innovations gained through new projects can be shared with later projects, while at the same time sharing knowledge about potential pitfalls. Organizational culture is the workplace environment formulated from the interaction of the employees in the workplace. Organizational culture is defined by all of the life experiences, strengths, weaknesses, education, upbringing, and the other attributes of the employees, while executive leaders play a large role. Defining organizational culture by their actions and leaderships. All employees contribute to the organizational culture. As you might imagine, achieving alignment between mission and vision, organizational culture can be very powerful, but culture is also difficult to change. This means that if you are seeking to change your vision or mission, your ability to change the organizational culture to support those new direction may be difficult, or at least slow to achieve. For instance, in 2000, Procter & Gamble P&G sought to change a fundamental part of each vision in a way that asked the organizations to source more of its innovations from external partners. Historically, P&G have invested heavily in research and develop and internal sources of innovation much so that invented her known informally as NIH. What's dominant culture mindset? 3. NIH describes a psychological, corporate, or institutional culture that avoids using product, research, or knowledge that originate anywhere other than inside the organization. It is normally used in a pejorative sense as a psychological phenomenon that not invented her syndrome is manifested as an unwillingness to adopt an idea or product because it is originates from another culture. People in G has been able to combat this NIH bias and are gradually change its culture toward one that is more open to external contribution, and hence in much better alignment with its current mission and vision. Social networks are often referred to as the invisible organization. They consist of individuals or organizations connected by one or more specific types of interdependency. You are probably already active in social networks through such web communities as MySpace, Facebook, and LinkedIn. However, these sites are really only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the emerging body of knowledge surrounding social networks. Networks develop three unique advantages: access to the private information, information that companies do not want competitors to have, access to diverse skill sets, and power. You may be surprised to learn that many big companies have breakdowns in communications even in division where the work on one project should be related to work on another. Going back to our Pixar example, for instance, Disney is fostering a network among members of its Pixar division in a way that they are more likely to share information and learn from others. The open internal network also means that a cartoon designer might have a easier access to a computer's programmer, and that together they can figure out a more innovative solution. Finally, since Pixar promotes communication across hierarchical levels and gives creatives decision-making authority to typical power plays that might impede sharing innovations and individual creativity are prevented, managers see these three networks advantages at work every day but might not pause to consider how their networks regulate them. Mission, vision, and leading. Leading involves influencing others toward the attainment of organizational objectives. Leading and leadership are nearly synonymous with the notion of mission and vision. We might describe a very purposeful person as being on a mission. As an example, Steve Demos had the person mission of replacing cow's milk with soy milk in US supermarkets, and this mission led to his vision for and strategy behind the firm White Wave and its Silk line of soy milk products. Similarly, we typically think of some individuals as leaders because they are visionary. For instance, when Walt Disney suggested building a theme park in a Florida swamp back in the early 1960s, few other people in the world seems to share his view. And it tells whether launching Silk or building the Disney empire is that much more difficult if attempted alone. Therefore, the more that a mission or vision challenges the status quo, and the recognizing that good vision statement always need to create some dissonance with the status quo, the greater will be organizations' need of what leadership researcher Chiba calls real change leaders. People who will help diffuse the revolutionary philosophy when even while the leader, the founder or CEO is not present. Without real change leaders, a revolutionary vision would remain a mere idea of the visionary CEO. They are the ones who make the implementation of the transformation real. In most cases where we think of revolutionary companies, we associate the organization vision with its leader. For instance, Apple and Steve Jobs, Dell and Michael Dell, or Google with the team of Sergey Brin and Larry Page. Most important in all three of these organizations, the leader focused in creating an organization with a noble mission that enables the employees and management team to achieve not only the strategic breakthrough but to also realize their personal dreams in the process. Speaking to the larger relationship between mission and vision, strategy and leadership are the 8 principles of visionary leadership derived from Shiba's 2001 book, 4 Practical Revolutions in Management, summarized in 8 principles of visionary leadership's 5.